It was all supposed to be so different.
Today we start the next chapter.
To turn the page on chaos and decline.
And start to rebuild our country.
A mere 8 weeks later, and the tone has shifted decisively.
Well, the economy's in a bad state.
We had to take difficult decisions.
Things will get worse before they get better.
As Parliament returns this week, Labour is under pressure over its plans to cut benefits like the winter fuel allowance, a decision they blame on the Conservatives.
They knew they had these things on their desk and they put their head in their sand and they didn't take the difficult decisions that they needed to take because they knew they were going to lose the election and it was going to fall to us to do. And that's why we've had to make some of these really difficult decisions.
Politicians, they say, campaign in poetry and govern in prose. Labour's challenge is to manage the more poetic expectations of their MPs and indeed the voting public whilst they make the transition to a more prosaic reality. The strategy is clear. Blame the other guys. A strategy, you might remember, that has worked before.
Back in 2010, George Osborne's austerity programme was justified in part by blaming Labour. The charge stuck. Fast forward to today, and I asked one Tory leadership hopeful how he planned to avoid having the tables turned.
These are bad choices. These are selfish choices. They are going to raise your taxes. They are removing the winter fuel allowance from 10 million pensioners because of those choices. That's what I will do. I will make sure that we are holding Keir Starmer and Rachel Reeves to account every day.
And is the public buying this? In Rachel Reeves' own constituency today, views were mixed.
We're going to have to do something. Hopefully it's taxes that affect less of the working people and more of the sort of the high percentage.
So if they have to claw the money from somewhere, they have to claw it, don't they?
Gone back on everything he promised. And I think the people that voted Labour will actually rule this day, or the day when he got into power.
Labour knows the gloom can't last forever. At some point, the mood needs to change. Their challenge is to find some poetry amidst the prose. Matthew Thompson, Sky News.